I did also want to bring up, I saw that you were planning to take part in the Evasion GG Duos tournament with Indra. And I was going to ask, do you have experience in the past with like any duo tournaments like that? And how different do you think that'll be for you specifically than something like the Punisher tournament?
This is going to be the worst possible tournament format for me if I get into that thing. That is literally the worst thing I could do for myself. I would rather play a duos tournament where we don't have to load into the same raid. And we're playing a duos tournament where we have to play every single map in the game when I don't play half of them. I don't really like customs. I don't like woods at all. I don't really play interchange, although I've started to. Like, there's just like, and now with the endurance changes, I don't want to play shoreline and stuff anymore. So I've just been running like factory, labs, reserve, and that's like it. And some interchange. I think that I'm gonna get my ass kicked because there's a loot system for it.
Right.
And sorts of.
You got to find certain things, right?
Like, yeah, on each map you get points for finding, like, I think there's like an aramid and something you find on interchange, and you get a point each.
Damn, you really gotta have that map knowledge.
I see. That'll be interesting to watch. I know it's going to be definitely different. What is it? A 3-hour tournament as well? I think so, something like that. But
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'll get into that though. That's up in the air. We just threw that in because we thought it'd be fun.
For sure. Yeah. That one doesn't seem as something like as serious as something like the Punisher or anything like that. But the prize did seem pretty nice. What was it, like 1,500 first place, something like that? Definitely not too shabby.
It's a real.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Ain't nothing
for
wrong
sure.
with that.
No, Evasion does some great stuff, man. Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing all their stuff that they're putting out. Like, I didn't even realize they had that whole website system and stuff set up, and I went over there and found out about it. And I was like, damn, these people are going off, doing all kinds of stuff.
What's your bet? You think you or Indra's gonna bring home more bodies? Your hot take.
Yeah, I have to say me, because Indra's mean to me every chance she gets. So I'm not going to soften up here. But given the fact that we're playing like very different PvP than I'm used to, if it was a pure kill race, then it's me all day. But in something like this, it could totally be her. Like, she's a very good player too. Like, she could absolutely hit her shots and clean up the 3-man while I'm still running somewhere. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You heard it here first. You know, quite possibly either way. It's up in the air.
But of course, it's me. Like, because I'm.
Of course.
Like,
of course, you don't get that introduction if you can't. You know, so right. Yeah, man. No, well, so if you guys do that, man, we'll definitely be looking forward to watching that. All of us, I know the whole audience as well. It's gonna be some sweet content right there. What were you saying?
My film finger's in the mail right now. Gonna be wearing it. Number one.
Appreciate that.
So, okay, let's see. We got a few more questions here, and then we'll let you go. I think you kind of already answered that one, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. So what are your thoughts on some of the other 1210 changes? Like, for example, Steam Audio. We already talked about, like, the strength and endurance reductions, but let's say, like, the new 9mm AR, and then also, like, the glasses that they added. I'm kind of thinking that those... We're going to talk about it more later in the pod, guys, but I'm thinking that those might be flying under the radar a little bit. They're like the new glasses from Prapwar. They're 8,000 rubles, and they have a high ricochet chance on them. And I'm wondering, I mean, I don't know if they'll end up working, but, you know, that seems like the Shattered Mask, right? Does the Shattered Mask generally end up ricocheting anything, or...
So this is a horrible time to ask me about this shit. So I just had a fight with one of the guys there in Punisher, because he's nuts, Desert Yemen, if you've heard of him. He's a really cool guy. I love Desert Yemen. I was holding a nasty angle on him in Hangar, and I was like, how the fuck didn't I drop him? And then he killed me a bit later after like a good fight, and then he like hard pushed me, and I died behind a wall because desync, but he had a nice shot. Like, it was good. And someone comes into my...
Oh, we might be losing connection, guys. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Big group.
Stream and it just doinked off and he killed me. It happens, but it's rare.
Okay. So Chad, he was saying that it doinked off, but it does happen, but it's rare. Yeah. I mean, people are gonna be running this like crazy though. These glasses, so we're gonna find out pretty quickly if it works or not. Honestly, because there's like no reason not to wear them. Honestly, other than the glasses bug, the foggy glasses bug, but
like
unless they run out of stock, like the global loot limits and stuff. And yeah, that global loot limit, like you were saying before too, that thing is tough, man. And not only for the labs key cards, when it comes to the ammos and stuff, like APSX, man, that is so hard to get your hands on. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, I understand if I go out and I buy like a couple hundred rounds or labs key cards and stuff, if you limit how much I'm able to buy. But why am I limited when someone else is buying up all this stuff? Exactly like what you're saying.
Yeah, it damages the people. I don't know. It's a silly thing to reward, to be out of raid but at the desk at a random time for, like, you know, for some of these trades, like the Bitcoin one or something, for the Tetras or whatever.
Still haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, it's just bots doing it, I think. Like, I don't think any real person's doing that trade.
It's crazy, because that's what it comes down to. Setting a timer on your phone.
Those glasses have been sold out for me every chance.
Have they?
I've seen it.
I figured they're going to be, because people are just going to buy them all up and wear them every single time. So, I mean, I'll probably never get to wear them. I mean, honestly, with this global system that they do.
I get head-eyed enough that I think they'll be pretty handy for me. So, every time.
What's your favorite map besides labs? If it wasn't, let's say not Factory 2, I figured that would probably be your choice. Let's say of the other ones?
I think I heard Reserve in there.
I think it's probably it's not Shoreline, it's Resort. I love Resort.
Okay, I heard
the rest of Shoreline. If I can get to Resort and get like a good raid there, that's probably the best like actual map to me. But
I do like Resort.
So often you just spawn far away and someone else is already holding it, and then you're like too late for the fun.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair answer. That's a good one. Resort is a lot of fun, but yeah, I would love to run like SMGs inside Resort, but I hate running like all the way over there without any sort of like way to protect myself. Like, because just if you get into a sniper fight or anything like that, you're just screwed on the way in.
But
the Resort itself, yeah, I agree. It's been that's actually what I've been running most of the time this wipe. I went and got all my keys like really early for that, and it's been solid. Several good raids up in there. So I definitely hear that. And honestly, I think that might pretty much do it. I guess one last question for you. As someone who has the experience now that you've had, what advice would you have for new players looking to get into FPS games, and even those that are, trying to start competing in tournaments like you've been able to do? And I know you've talked a little bit about it, but maybe like FPS trainers in specific that you have in mind or anything like that, just for those new guys.
For Tarkov specifically, the best advice I can give you if you're learning it, instead of working, if you're like fresh to computers and stuff like that, like, fresh to mouse and keyboard, this is your first game, like go play, like there's free stuff like Osu that you can do to like figure out how to use your mouse more effectively in timing. And then you can go and play like Kovacs Aim Simulator to like figure out how to move. But honestly, I would recommend the majority of your time should be on Tarkov if that's the game you care about, because the aim is so weird and like ergo dependent, like it just adds a whole different system to it. So I would say spend a whole bunch of time figuring out how to hard rat for money, sprint to loot spawns, shove good stuff up your butt, whatever you need to do, like just hard rat, scav up, and then spend the other part of your time saying, I'm not going to make money this raid. I'm going to lose this kid eventually, and I'm going to do it by killing other players until I lose it, or losing it the first try. But like, you just have to ditch the like, that's how you get over gear fear. That's how you get used to corners. Go into the factory and kill a whole bunch of hatchlings, or get killed by a whole bunch of absolutely goated gods that decide to screw around on there that day. But just do it over and over and over and over. And that's it. Then just die a shit ton.
Yeah. Dude, heard. That would be the same for the tournament advice too? Like new Tarkov streamers, for example, looking to get into the tournament play and stuff like that?
For the tournament stuff, honestly, you need it for... I might not be the guy to ask because I don't really do tournaments. Like, this was kind of, the Punisher is sort of a weird thing, and Evasion decided, like, I thought that'd be fun because and stuff. But like, I don't have a ton of tournament background. I think you need to find a tournament that's going to fit what you enjoy about the game the most. For me, I enjoyed the kill races, and so I found a tournament that fit that format. It was literally to qualify. I just had to go and do what I do anyways, which is just spam factory. Okay, I can do that. There's tournaments that qualify with PMC kills, but there's ones that qualify with like different boss kills and stuff. You get points for looting things, map knowledge. Like, there's tournaments with all sorts of formats. So I'd start narrowing down what are my skills and then where can I apply them,
That's really good
advice. Definitely need a tournament for like graphics card races.
There's probably loot tournaments. Like, they're maybe not as exciting or like big yet, but I almost guarantee you could get started on tournaments that heavily prioritize, like, I'm sure they exist somewhere,
If not, I'm about to
That's
start
interesting.
one.
You heard it here first, guys. Yoinks says, just find your niche in Tarkov, whatever you're good at. Doesn't even, whatever it might be. It's more than just a shooter game, It's got that full RPG side of things and everything. And that's what's crazy about it. What overall, I guess this will be the last question. What are your thoughts on the 12.10 patch so far since you've been playing it? Like, I know you've probably had a day to play it. Does it feel good so far to you, or like everything's kind of the same?
One thing I didn't talk about is Steam audio, which is just, I have to get used to it a little more. It's good, I think, besides the phantom steps. Those are really noticeable and screw with me, and I hear them in other people's streams and stuff. Like, it's definitely screwy. But all in all, I think that it maybe doesn't fit what I enjoy about the game, but it's not a bad change. I am not happy with it, but when the servers kind of get less under fire and stuff and things kind of normalize out a bit, because it's bad right now and it'll get better. It always goes through bad phases. So once things get ironed out a little bit, I think we're going to be less frustrated with it. But right now it's a little tough to deal with it all at once, I guess. For sure.
Well heard. I think that, guys, this was the perfect guy to come to and ask about, the questions about the 12.10 patch. Obviously playing a lot of the labs, things like that out there, getting to experience it firsthand. And I think that's pretty much all we've got for you today, Yoinks. So we'd love to take this opportunity to give you the floor. So please let the people know what you have going on, where they can find you, all that kind of jazz, man. So the floor is yours.
Shit. Well, I just want to thank you guys for having me. This was fucking a dope ass time. And if there's ever anything I can do, please let me know.
Dude, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
All in all, man, if there's anybody in the chat that's going to try and do anything similar to me, just understand you have to do it all fucking day. Like, if you want to try and stream, like, I'm not made it or anything like that. Like, we're working our ass off, and every day I'm sitting here with social media, learning and editing and stuff. Like, you can do it. Like, anybody can do it, but it's fucking brutal, man. Like, you need to be committed to that and love it and love every piece of it. Like, I love people, I love gaming, I love computers, I love marketing. Like, you got to fall in love with this to do it, and I did. So I think a lot of smarter people than me could do it as well, probably. So yeah, keep it up. Like, you guys are doing fucking amazing here, obviously. Like, this is a rad. Like, I would highly recommend anyone that's otherwise interested in streaming learn from this podcast right here, what you guys are doing, because this is a genius idea.
Dude, really appreciate it, man. That is some great advice. As Yoinks is saying, man, like, you're seeing it firsthand. He's putting the work in every day. That's what it takes. Anybody can get started streaming, but the people that make it are the people that can get through the grind and the process, figure out what makes them, what success is for them. And definitely really happy to see that you've kind of found your way and are really starting to make some waves out there, dude. It's been lit. I've had a lot of fun. We've been following each other for a little bit now, just like seeing you grow and stuff. It's been awesome, bro. And
thank you.
So obviously, thank you so much again for coming on here. We'll definitely be keeping in touch. I'm happy we finally got to get the chat and everything, dude. It's lit. So chat, give some love to Yoinks for coming through. We'll definitely be posting his links in the link in the description below on YouTube. All that jazz. You can find him on Twitter. His Twitter's on the screen. Go follow him. All of that jazz. We will keep in touch, and I think that's about it, man. I appreciate you coming on here, dog.
Anytime. Calzac, Sea-Doo, Seagleam, it was great to meet you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.
Dude, thank you, man. Thank you, man. We'll see you out there on the streams, bro. I'm going to take 5 seconds of your day to say we have streams on Twitch and YouTube. We have a Discord. Link is in the description below. And please drop a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.